In positive news, or at least in my mind, what I thought was an insane piece of news that they did not share at Facebook Connect or Meta Connect, whatever you want to call it, because this, to me, is the biggest potential game changer of them all. And let me pull up I always like to give credit to who did it. According to a New York Times article by Mike Isaac of the New York Times, Facebook, Meta, whatever you want to call them, is reportedly going to have in-person stores coming, the first one being their California location. These stores, from what I've been gathered, there's very limited information, but these stores will possibly sell hardware. That hasn't been confirmed, although I can't imagine that it wouldn't, but it is likely going to have demos of their headsets, their glasses, and their portal devices. So this is pretty damn big. It's insane to me. A Meta store similar to an Apple store with a VR arcade within it. What sells headsets, Alex?
That first-hand experience, for sure. You put a headset on, your brain melts, and you go home and buy one. It's about it.
Exactly. There's nothing more powerful than having hands-on experiences in VR with people who possibly are paid to be excited, but people who hopefully are very excited about the technology. Their enthusiasm just spews out and just seeps into you, especially when you're trying this. There's a heightened sense of awareness, of awe, of fun, and these stores could just change the entire game. And for them to make the name change at this time couldn't have been smarter, because I don't know about you, but I have no interest in going to a Facebook store. But a millennial who sees the word Meta or what's the newest? What are the younger generations? Gen Z, Gen X? I don't know what they're called anymore.
Gen Z, yeah.
Yeah. There's my millennial ass not knowing new stuff. But seeing a Meta store, what's that? I'll check it out, especially if the aesthetics look cool.
And it will. It's going to look like an Apple store. And I think that's what Apple does. I don't know why Apple stores are so fucking popular, but like you go to the mall and you look into that Apple store and there's like 100 people in there. It's crazy. And it's like, dude, don't you know what they have? Like, aren't you on the internet? Like, don't you know what these products are?
It's a clean store, though. It's clean.
It is clean. It's clean and it's bright and there's like glass and like there's people interacting with technology, and for some reason you can't help but go in there. Like I'm very much in this boat right now of like the idea that we as people are like destined to connect with technology. Like we crave it. Like there can be no other way. Like a lot of people are like, oh man, we're so attached to our phones, this is terrible. But it's like, no, we want to be. Like as a baby, when my mom booted up a computer, I heard the beeps and boops and crawled towards that shit. Like if there's something in me that wants to connect with that. So when you create the space where like there's all this technology and it's shiny and it's new and it's clean and it's fresh and people are having fun, like you just said, people are just gonna flock to it. They're just gonna like moths to the fucking street light, dude. Like we cannot stop. Like it's full train forward, and I'm sure if they build these things, they're gonna look great, and I'm sure they'll get popular and people will spend time in them.
Oh yeah, I saw the comparison quite a bit when this news came out. People saying, Best Buy did it. Someone said GameStop did it. I don't know if that's true or not. And a bunch of other stores, and like they didn't work. No shit, they didn't work. Those places are not dedicated to that. People are not going there, being drawn to it. And I don't know the last time anyone's been to a Best Buy. I mean, I go there quite a bit. I don't want to be there. I don't know why. I don't like Best Buys. I don't like GameStops that much. I want to be in and out. They're not a place where I'm going to go to experience something. I want to go buy a product and leave. I'm not going to just browse. Mm-hmm. This is an entirely different type of game they're playing. And if these stores start popping up left and right at your malls, it's just like, holy shit. I saw this
especially which mall, dude. Like that's the thing. Like they're gonna go into like your like Mall of Americas and like, your super high end, like exclusive, like next to fucking Gucci, there's gonna be Meta. So like they're gonna get the benefit of the doubt just by being in the right places.
Yeah, I couldn't believe when I saw this headline. I think it came out on like a Friday maybe when this dropped or something. Actually, I mean, I got the article here. I guess I could just read it, huh?
Well,
November 5th. So yeah, Friday. And it just drowned out. No big deal. This is bigger than anything Facebook Connect brought. There's no game. In my mind, there is no game that Oculus could have put on their platform. Like, they even announced Grand Theft Auto, whatever. There is no game that hardware could have supported that would have turned mass heads. It's just not going to. For everyone, I know everyone claims Oculus is ubiquitous everywhere. It's not. I'll die on that hill if you want to get into that. But 4 to 6 million estimated headsets, general awareness outside of that, that's nothing in the grand scheme of things.
It is. It's true.
Everyone's like it's sad. It's sad. I mean, I've got over there. I've got a DK1, a DK2. I've got a Quest 1, a Quest 2. I got an Oculus Rift S. Like, I love those Oculus products. They're beautiful. And I got a lot of sentimental value in it. But they're a blip on the radar. And yes, my parents know the word Oculus, but they go, "What's the Oculus?" That's not correct.
Right.
That's not good branding. I'm sorry. It's not.
And frankly, dude, we're not even fucking close. Like, I have friends who are super into the climbing community. Like, they climb like rocks, and the climbing community is insane. Like, millions and millions, like billions of people across the world. It's such a normal, like, throughout history kind of activity. Like, people have been climbing recreationally for thousands of years, and it's so mainstream. It's so popular. Yet, if I started dropping, like, cam, or like whatever the terminology is for climbing, you wouldn't fucking know what I was talking about, and that is like astronomically larger than the VR scene, like insanely larger, like way, way, way bigger than VR will ever be. And you, as a layman, don't know shit about climbing. So that's exactly it. It's like, we aren't even close to like everyone knowing about what we're doing. And I do want to say, this is very anecdotal, but I am where I am now because of a Best Buy demo. 100%. Walked into Best Buy to like buy an amiibo or something, and sat in that chair, and I was the only one in line, and I like went through the PSVR Worlds demo. I had my mind blown and went home like talking to my girl, being like, I just did this VR thing, and holy shit. And here we are. So it does work. It
works. This is going to be... I didn't see a date for when these are coming. I know the first one is in California that they plan. I don't know. We'll see. But to me, this out of the rapid fire VR news of October to real early November,
been so crazy.
If there was any bit of news that's going to change things drastically for more people outside of VR, it was this. This
I'm glad you brought this up, and I agree with you. Apple stores, like to your point earlier, they're everywhere, and like people know it, and it has such a thing. It is a thing. Apple stores are a thing. Mm-hmm. So I could easily see Meta becoming a thing. I'm gonna have to ask Skiva what he thinks about this, because
I got thoughts probably on what he's gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, I would be interesting. We had a talk offline a couple days ago, and I was asking him about it, and I was like, yeah, Facebook came up to me and offered me like a job, and we're like, hey, here's $1 million to like be a part of what we do. Would I take it? And I was thinking about it a lot, and I was like, dude, I think I would. And he was like, what? Like, you would? Like, you would, like, what about your like morals, and like, what about the ethical practices of this company? Like, you can't contribute to that. Like, you need to stand. And I'm like, yeah, I get that, like, and I want to, but like, if I'm in VR, I'm supporting Meta. I'm supporting Facebook. Like, the two are synonymous right now. Like, you can't separate virtual reality and Facebook and Meta's involvement. It's impossible. Like, you just can't. You can't talk about VR without talking about Facebook Meta. So if you are contributing to that space, if you are a part of that, then you are already contributing. And then it's like, okay, so at this point, what is there like an amount of support that's okay? Like, oh, I can support them a little bit by buying a headset and a couple of games, but I wouldn't take a job. I wouldn't let them pay me. So it's like important. I think it's important for me to navigate this for myself, to like kind of make sure that I'm comfortable going forward as we do all of this stuff, because I'm not into the idea of, the dystopian IOI future when all of our data gets sold and we don't own ourselves, and some corporation knows us better than we know ourselves, and we're not able to do anything about it. Like, I don't like that idea, but at the same time, I love VR. I'm a part of this world.
Want to hear a
at
scary
this point.
thought, though? So that last point,
Please.
doesn't the technology already know more about us? And I'm not saying Facebook
Yes.
specifically, but how much of us reflect on ourselves daily? Our phone,
Right.
our computers are reflecting on us to the milliseconds. My
very true.
technology knows me better than I know myself. Why do I go to meditative experiences? Because I realize I'm losing my way because I don't know who myself is every now and then. My tech never misses a beat. And I'm not saying that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm saying it already knows me better than myself, which is a scary thought.
And I guess what I'm getting at is it already knows you better than you know yourself with very rudimentary tools. Like these tools are like, this is like a stick and a stone compared to the biometrics that VR and AR are going to provide. And it will really know you. Like, it will know what you're thinking. Like, it will know what you're about to think. Like, this is going to be some Minority Report shit.
They showed that at the CGI kind of mock interpretations of stuff that Meta is working on at Facebook Connect. They showed some of that, like the project. What was it? Nazare, the AR glasses that they kind of mocked up and showed, and they showed the woman who lost her keys or her coffee mug, and she wanted to know where it was, and the glasses basically predicted that she needed her keys, and then sent her the reminder: your keys or coffee cup is over there.
Wow, just Google Maps you to your coffee cup.
Basically, yeah.
That sounds amazing. And that's the thing, and that's what I'm getting at. It's like, and this is what I mentioned earlier when I said that, like, it's inevitable, like, we're pushing towards it. Like, we want to resist it. Like, we talk about resisting all of these things. We talk about not giving up our privacy, not giving up our independence, and not giving up our own self and our thoughts, and, like, not giving up all of the shit. But then we see something like that where it's like, oh my God, my glasses can just give me a map straight back to my coffee cup that I forgot about. Like, that sounds fucking cool. And then we love it. And we want it, so we beg for the thing, and then the thing comes, and then it comes with these caveats that maybe we hadn't fully considered before. And then you want to bitch about it. It's like, you're already using the thing, man. Like, we should have had some of these conversations ahead of time. At this point, I feel like the ball's rolling, like the ball is rolling, it's going, and it's like, just hang on, baby.
Hit that subscribe button to stay on top of the daily clips, or catch the debates and Fireside Chats live on the main channel down in the video description. See you next time, Space Cowboys.